Living room set now $1,000 off. Plus, Friday through Monday, veterans save an extra 5% only at Ashley.
BMW of Bowling Green, driven to serve you.
Are you the victim of a scam? Go to judgejudy.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
I want to see any text message that you have from her that suggests that this credit card bill that you racked up on her credit card was, as Ms. Marrero says, in lieu of rent. Say nothing, show me the text. Say nothing, show me the text.
I have no text.
You have a lot of things in front of you.
I absolutely do.
Show me one of those things that suggests that there was an agreement that that credit card was to be used in lieu of rent. Show me. Don't say anything. Hand it to Officer Byrd.
I have nothing that says it was an agreement in lieu of rent. This whole thing was based off of a verbal agreement.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. We're done.
Perfect. Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
I believe that if somebody borrows money from you, they should pay it back.
She did live with us. She needed a place to go.
It's completely incorrect. They were just looking for an excuse to not pay the money that they owed.
She was not working, and so in order for...
I never lived with them, so I didn't need to pay rent. I paid my own rent.
To be compensated, she let us use the credit card in lieu of rent.
Other than that, I have nothing to say to the other defendant.
Find your own life.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 5. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome in on a warm Wednesday. Record-breaking Wednesday.
Amazing. It has been really warm out there, and I actually want to talk about something. It's been a topic of conversation for people across Warren County today. Take a look at some of this video. Perhaps you noticed this barreling plume of smoke off in the distance earlier today. That smoke was a field on fire off of Upper Dixie Highway. Smiths Grove Police Chief Jason Frank says a piece of farm equipment caught fire, which led to that large fire we saw. Several fire trucks were on the scene. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but these dry conditions today could not have helped that.
That is a problem this time of the year. You get just farmers out trying to clear their fields and all of that, and then all it takes is a hot exhaust or anything like that that can start a spark, and then it starts a fire, especially with the winds being up today like it was. It's the perfect conditions for all of that to happen. So please just be careful. And the thing is, we're in a serious lack of rainfall. There's nothing showing on the radar, even though late tonight we'll begin to see some rain chances coming in. And then add to that the wind gusts today, which have been still 15 to 20, 25 to 30 miles per hour out of the south. And then the humidities and the dew points all adding to the sort of a fuel to the fire, if you will. Burnt grass and dry leaves and weeds and woods, all of that. You can see the dew points are in the upper 50s to low 60s. I'll take a look at rain chances and a big cool down coming in just a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris, tonight Governor Andy Beshear is fresh off his re-election victory after his win over challenger Daniel Cameron last night. Beshear speaking earlier today, saying his party can overcome America's deep divisions by improving the lives of the people who elect them. He says he is ready to get back to work, and that begins with education.
More big things done for our families. That starts with the type of investments that we need in our system of public education. That begins with the educator raises that are absolutely critical for moving our state forward. The second piece is universal pre-K. It's time to make sure that no Kentucky child starts kindergarten behind, that we address learning loss before it ever even begins.
Many people believe Beshear's win last night gives a look at how voter sentiment will be as we head into next year's presidential election. And turning now to an ongoing issue in South Central Kentucky, there have been multiple reports of people stealing cars from neighborhoods. News 40's Noah Fairber has more on this story, joins us in the studio tonight with more details.
That's right, Morgan. I spoke with the Warren County Sheriff and the Glasgow Police Department today to find out a little more about this problem in neighborhoods near I-65.
In South Central Kentucky, many communities are seeing an increase in car thefts. Warren County Sheriff Brett Hightower believes he's seen the reason why.
We have folks from outside this community that are coming in here. They're getting off of I-65, and they are finding some of our well-in neighborhoods where people feel very safe in those communities. They will come down from Nashville or Louisville. They will drive in. There will be 2 or 3 other people in these cars. They will get out in the neighborhood. They would just find cars that are unlocked, and within 30, 45 minutes, they've got anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 worth of merchandise.
These criminals will then take the cars and head back north.
We were able to identify the fact that 2 of the last cars that were stolen here were picked up on some camera video footage through the Flock system, and they were last seen up around Louisville area. So, this is something that we just ask people, whatever you do, leave your cars locked, and also don't leave your keys in them or firearms or other valuables like this.
And up in Barron County, the Glasgow Police Department is seeing a similar trend.
Over the last month or so, we've had a bunch of car thefts. We've had a total of, I think, 5 vehicles and maybe 1 motorcycle. And a couple of those vehicles also has had the keys left inside them, which makes it easier obviously for someone to steal.
That's why Major Flat says no matter where you are, make sure to protect your valuables.
Park in a well-lit area. Also park, if you got some video cameras that may capture, your vehicle, that type of thing. Do not leave any personal items or anything of value, obviously laying in the front seat, or where someone may be able to look in your car and just say, hey, I'm going to break in this vehicle and take that.
Sheriff Hightower also told me that these criminals will make stops along the way down I-65 in different communities like Elizabethtown to steal cars as well. And he also told me the best thing you can do is to simply make sure your car is locked and that no valuables are in sight. Morgan?
All right, Noah, and in more crime news, 2 juveniles are charged with robbery after police say a man was held at gunpoint while inside his car. The Russellville Police Department says this happened at Hampton Park on Saturday afternoon. During the investigation, authorities learned the juveniles had ridden in the vehicle with the victim before the robbery happened. Both boys were later found and detained. They both are charged with first-degree robbery. That investigation is still ongoing. Schools in Lexington and Louisville today became victims of what people are calling a swatting scare. In Jefferson County, Manual High School, No Middle School, and Olmsted Academy were impacted by apparent swatting calls. This morning, multiple units responded to the Manual High School after reports of an active aggressor was made. But Louisville Metro Police later confirmed that there was no active aggressors, despite the reports at any of the schools.
It's scary. You see it on TV, but you never really think, like, it's going to hit here, and I'm just praying for our city because things are just starting to get worse and worse. And the hoax and the whole, don't play like it, because it can be really serious. So when a serious incident does happen, then it's not taken as seriously as it needs to be.
A heavy police presence remained at the scene today to clear the school buildings. On more local news now, many people want to reduce their household waste, but it can be difficult to figure out exactly how. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey has more on how you can do a trash audit and reduce or reuse unwanted food and plastic waste over time. He joins us now in the studio with all the details.
Yes, Morgan, even in Bowling Green, it is easy to reduce plastic and food waste, either through reusing things like plastic containers or composting food scraps. Every little bit helps. Take a look.
In day-to-day life, there are a number of things everyone can do to reduce waste. Extending the life of things like plastic containers or plastic bags can make a big impact over time.
Simple things like, reusing takeout containers, buying nice Tupperware that you can reuse and it's going to work well. Not buying plastic water bottle, single-use plastic water bottles when you can, just refill a water bottle.
Recycling doesn't work like a landfill. More is not better for the recycler. Therefore, not everything can be recycled, but many things can be reused, which reduces waste.
Some recycling is definitely necessary and important, and it's hard to imagine a place where we can kind of live without it. But we can do a lot to avoid the need to recycle.
Food waste can also be recycled and reused by composting. In fact, every part of a Thanksgiving meal can be composted, even the turkey. It is a great way to keep plants and the planet healthy.
If you have a garden or even house plants, if you make the product correctly, you can add it to your garden and house plants to make them healthier. Further, makes your soil healthy, helps to produce healthy plants. Those are the big benefits to homeowners.
There's always something that can be done to reduce waste. Getting morning coffee in a reusable cup, even saving Tupperware to freeze food, and reducing the need for single-use plastic bags. Morgan?
All right, Tucker. Well, many people in Bowling Green are still working to restore their homes and their businesses after the December tornadoes tore through the area nearly 2 years ago. But from the ruins, one neighborhood was able to discover beauty. News 40 reporter Carlisle Coppins brings us more.
Many who experienced the devastating December tornadoes are recovering and rebuilding. Some areas weren't able to rebuild. And one homeowner had a tree that caused a lot of trouble, but thanks to a few family friends, the tree is becoming a work of art.
The tree itself made a huge mess in the front yard, and Joseph and his mother were over at my house helping me do stuff in the yard, and he was looking at the tree stump, and he said, you ought to turn that into like a fairy house or something. And I said, hey, you want to go for it, have at it.
The homeowner couldn't do it all by herself. She needed an artist with a different perspective.
It was like a huge eyesore. It looked like a tornado had went through. So now it's kind of something people come up and look at, and it's not really reminding them of what happened. It's just something cool and magical now.
The magic that is being created in this front yard is more than just something to look at. It's giving people a reason to smile.
They drive by, slow down, stop, point, smile. They wave at me if they see me out on the front porch. And the people that walk by, they always look at it and smile. They always put the smile on everybody's face that I see when I see them walking or driving by. It's very heartwarming.
This massive transformation is more than a work of art. It's one small piece of the community that's being placed back together in a creative way.
It's just a cool little idea to where, people get to use their imagination, get to have a little bit of magic in the neighborhood.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Carlisle Coppins, WNKY, News 40.
Well, still to come on News 40 at 5, public health officials raise the alarm as cases of syphilis in infants skyrocket. How they plan to address the problem in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back after the break with a full look at our forecast. That's coming up next.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Morgan & Morgan is not only America's largest injury law firm, we're also the only injury law firm in the world with lawyers licensed in all 50 states. With dedicated attorneys focused on personal injury, medical malpractice, insurance disputes, and many others, we have a 30-year track record of getting results for clients just like you. So wherever you are, whatever you need, our firm is ready to take your call. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare. It's called DSNP. That's DSNP. And it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. My grandson, it's my boy.
Hey, Grandma.
And a WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of these. As in, WellCare gives me benefits I can use every day. And real human support. And answers I can understand. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions and a WellCare Spendables debit card to pay for things like dental, utilities, and groceries. I can even use it to pay at the pump for gas. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
The coverage you need and more. Call today or visit wellcareyes.com to see if you qualify for more benefits.
DraftKings, giving a bonus bet back if I lose so I don't have to sweat my bet. NBA Hall of Famer Patrick Ewing. Now, you know all about sweating. Break it down for us.
A no-sweat bet. It's kind of like an offensive rebound. You miss your first shot, you get another chance to score.
You're supposed to shower after the game, Patrick.
Everyone gets a second shot with a no-sweat bet from DraftKings Sportsbook. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
We're following some breaking news just into the newsroom tonight. The Warren County Emergency Management is saying that multiple agencies are on the scene of a structure fire. Now, this is happening near the intersection of Louisville Road and Kelly Road. We're told part of the roadway there is blocked. There are crews on the scene right now. They're working to divert traffic, so you are asked to avoid that area if possible. Again, that is Louisville Road and Kelly Road. We'll continue to follow this story. But now I want to check in with Weather Chief Chris Allen for a full look at our forecast on what has been such a warm day today.
A warm day. You saw the fire, the field fire earlier in Smiths Grove. Now we've got, we don't know the cause of this particular fire, but you got to be very careful.
Right, especially with how dry.
This. How dry it is and the winds kicking up. I mean, even just tossing out the butt of a cigarette could start a big wildfire. I mean, it really could. So you got to be careful. We've got to get some rain in here, and we will, I think, overnight tonight. 4-hour clouds and radar starting to show some clouds moving in from our west. This is along and ahead of a cold front, which will be here overnight tonight and during the day tomorrow. And it's going to move right through southern Kentucky, and with it will come rain. Right now, we're not seeing anything just yet. That will come later on. But look at this. There's your record high today of 83. New record high for this day, breaking the old record of 82 set back in 2005 and 2020. 51 was our low temperature this morning. 40 is where we should be. So those numbers pretty high for this time of the year. That's all going to change during the next 24 hours, even sooner than that. It's still a warm and toasty 78 at the airport. South winds gusting 14 to 25. 50% humidity. That's key as well, because with the lower humidity levels, the dry ground and all the brush and everything around, and those winds, that's perfect setup for brush fires to get out of control. Temperatures right now still in the 70s, even close to 80 in most areas after highs today for everybody got into the low 80s, and we did break that record of 82 set on this day back in 2020. Here's the next 40 hours. Strong southerly fetch here just ahead of the cold front and the low pressure system, which overnight tonight is going to bring us the scattered light rain showers. We're not going to get a lot of moisture out of this system. Most of the heavier stuff is actually behind the frontal boundary. So as you go to work tomorrow morning, there will be some showers. Then we'll taper things off for a little bit as we get into late Thursday morning until about mid-afternoon. And then a secondary surge will come up from the southwest, overspread the area. There you see it into Thursday evening around this time, and into Friday morning. That'll be the secondary line of light rain showers pulling through the area until we can get it all out of here. But we could use more rain. Unfortunately, we're only going to get anywhere from 3/10 to a half inch, maybe along the Tennessee border, higher amounts across middle Tennessee. So tonight, we're going to see increasing clouds and rain moving in late. I'm going to say around 60 for an overnight low. Wind shifting from the southwest to the northwest as that front begins to approach. And then tomorrow, showers are likely, 68. Showers again Friday, much cooler, 55. After that, for Veterans Day weekend, we get some spotty drizzle Sunday and next Wednesday, and highs will stay pretty much in the upper 50s to low 60s. And here's what's coming up tonight on NBC 40.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Geez. Hey, Trent. What's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
Look, I'm having problems with this ain't. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should call JB. Trent. Geez.
Should have called JB Electric. At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
You want to experience the reunion? Reunite with our guy Big Red. And of course, the Queen. The Hill is the place for family.
Return to the Hill for more memories. Purchase your tickets today. Go Tops!
At Abound Credit Union, we're for your peace of mind and solutions that are a piece of cake. We're for bills getting smaller and cash flow getting larger. We're for consolidating debt and saving you money because Abound is for personal loans that bring value for living.
It's the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage plans, and you have a choice, which is why Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here to help you get all the benefits you qualify for. Give us a call today at 800-613-0787 for a plan review with a licensed agent. We'll help you make the most of your budget. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing, along with transportation, a gym membership, and $0 copays for prescriptions. We also have plans to help you pay for groceries, over-the-counter health items, and utilities like cell phone, all on a single prepaid MasterCard. Call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield at 800-613-0787 for your Medicare Advantage plan review. Find a plan with all the benefits you're eligible for. We're here to help, so you never go it alone. That's our anthem.
A warning from public health officials about an alarming rise in a dangerous infection in babies. Congenital syphilis is potentially life-threatening to a child, but it's nearly always preventable if caught and treated in time. Tonight, what experts say needs to happen to curb the increasing number of cases. A dire rise in congenital syphilis. The U.S. saw a 30-year high in the number of reported cases in babies in 2022. That's according to new numbers from the CDC.
Congenital syphilis is caused when a mother suffering from syphilis passes the infection on to her growing baby.
More than 3,700 babies were born with syphilis in the U.S. in 2022. That's a 32% increase from the year before and a tenfold rise since 2012. This infection can cause miscarriage, stillbirth, premature birth, low birth weight, even death shortly after birth. But congenital syphilis can be prevented, says Dr. Asma Chatta with Mayo Clinic.
Knowing a woman has syphilis is the first step towards treatment. It is an easily treated infection, but universal screening is essential.
Chatta says a simple blood test can screen for syphilis. It should be done early at the first prenatal doctor's visit, and some women should be tested twice.
In high-risk populations, we should probably be rescreening pregnant women again in the third trimester to make sure that the infection didn't occur later in pregnancy.
Some public health leaders believe budget cuts to state health departments and a shortage of the only drug approved to treat syphilis in pregnancy are undercutting the effort to curb the rising cases.
It's very important that regardless of their ability to be able to afford prenatal care or not, all women and their children, particularly the ones who are pregnant, are receiving universal access.
And parents, there are also new reports out recently about the nutritional benefits of toddler formulas. Researchers find that they actually do not provide many health benefits for the vast majority of children. The manufacturers of these formulas claim that they bolster the child's immune system and improve brain development. We spoke with a doctor at the University of Kentucky who says these formulas marketed under names like transition formulas, toddler formulas, or growing up milks are often too good to be true. Not to be confused with medical or therapeutic formulas for medical conditions, which are often prescribed by doctors. He also told us none of these toddler formulas have been approved by the FDA.
By and large, they're not necessary for the vast majority of children. Some of them are all right to use, but again, since they're characterized by such wide variation in composition, with many undesirable components in many of them, it's hard to recommend them.
Dr. Fuchs also says the difference between a toddler and infant formula is the age it's designed for. Infant formula is aimed at children between 0 and 12 months old. Once a child reaches toddler age, doctors say it's important that they receive a nutritionally balanced diet that includes fortified foods. They say children who consume solid foods that provide sufficient nutrients shouldn't need supplemental formulas. Well, stay with us. Still to come on News 40 at 5. It's the third national GOP debate. How will Republicans respond to Tuesday's big election win for Democrats across the nation? What we can expect next.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you have any trouble receiving Social Security benefits, call our office today for a free consultation.
Forge Furniture is your sectional headquarters. We have over 15 different sectionals in stock with endless varieties of shapes and covers and sizes. Need a reclining sectional? We've got that too. Let us help you find the perfect sectional for your home today at Forge Furniture.
This is my dad, Audie, and he is absolutely precious.
When it came to making some life-changing decisions for my mother, we found the folks here at Massey Springs to be so helpful.
They had that personal touch that we were looking for, and we could tell it was the perfect place for our mom.
We found the folks here at Massey Springs compassionate and caring.
Massey Springs was definitely the right choice for me and my dad.
Massey Springs Senior Living. Here, we're family. Schedule your tour with us today.
It's time for Nat's annual Christmas Bikes for Kids.
You can help by donating a new or gently used bike.
At Nat's Outdoor Sports. The bike shop at Nat's Outdoor Sports will make any needed repairs.
And the Bowling Green JCs will distribute bikes to underprivileged children throughout our community.
Nat's will be accepting new and used bikes until December 5th. Nat's Bikes for Kids, sponsored by WNKY News 40.
I'll hit Woohoo 107.
And these great sponsors.
Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
Instantly? DraftKings, you spoiling me now. Getting paid in the blink of an eye. NBA legend Allen Iverson hit us with a sports metaphor.
This instant offer is kind of like my crossover. Just place your bet, and it's money.
Oh, he did.
Score 2 great NBA offers. Bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, no sweat same game parlays every day. The crown is yours.
Tonight, 5 candidates are taking the stage at NBC's Republican presidential primary debate. The event comes a day after Democrats make an impressive election night showing in several states. NBC's Alice Barr breaks it down.
Debate night in Miami has 5 Republican presidential hopefuls looking ahead to 2024 while reflecting on last night's election results that brought big wins for Democrats on abortion rights in Ohio, Kentucky, and Virginia, continuing a winning streak on the issue since Roe v. Wade was overturned.
The reality is anything on abortion right now is not working for Republicans.
President Biden claiming victory despite his recent dismal polling, noting voters vote, polls don't. But Democrats we spoke to are worried for 2024.
I don't think he should step aside, but I do think that it would be good to have another strong Democrat candidate on the ticket.
Republicans looking to capitalize on voter qualms.
I think the debates are about Joe Biden. I don't look at it as about being Ron DeSantis versus Donald Trump.
With the overwhelming Republican frontrunner, former President Trump, again choosing to skip the debate and rally outside Miami instead, rivals Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Tim Scott are fighting to break through.
Are you open to any candidate right now?
100%. I'm open.
Undecided voters feeling all eyes on them.
The people who want independent voters are typically just trying to sway an independent voter versus really just doing their job.
I want to dive deeper into that.
Maybe we are the central ones that kind of maybe can make a difference in the country here.
Voters hoping for consensus and looking for clarity as Republican candidates prepare to make their pitch. In Miami, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Home is more than a house.
Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Do you have musty smells coming up from your crawl space? USS is here to help. Neglected crawl spaces and excessive moisture can cause mold, unwanted pests, wood rot, and high energy bills. A USS encapsulation system will help prevent these issues and improve the air quality in your crawl space, making the air in your home cleaner and healthier for you and your family. Visit uss-ky.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
At Horizon Pace, I have one doctor, not 4 or 5. And if I need to talk to that doctor and he's not with another patient, he'll come and talk to me. Everything's going real good. I come off of about 19 pills down to 7 now, and I love it. I wouldn't do without it right now.
Horizon Pace is the face of your healthcare. Contact us for more information.
The Bistro welcomes you to a one-of-a-kind dining experience. Our menu of new American classics is sure to set the stage for the perfect evening and memories that will last a lifetime. The Bistro, located in the heart of Bowling Green.
Name a food you might make your edible underwear out of.
Salmon. Watch it weeknights. Share it the next day.
Wild caught Norwegian teriyaki.
Sharing the fun.
Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
So after a record-breaking day, rain starts late tonight. We'll see a low of 60, already increasing clouds at this hour.
All right, we'll see you at 6.